It's time to fertilize for spring. I want to do this before the new load of mulch comes, and I can tell it's starting to get warm enough because some of the early spring bulbs are starting to come up. And since this is such a messy job, I have to pick it to a task like this to do on a day when, first of all, it's not windy. Second, I don't have to worry about messing up my clothes or anything else. I mean, just got done working out, so yeah, I'm kind of a hot mess. But you know what? As soon as I'm done, these clothes go right in the washer. The shoes go in the garage. And just got to do something with the dogs back there, make sure that they stay out of it. I don't know what it is, but they love to roll in anything stinky. It's just a dog thing. You know, my little garden helpers really think they're helping. Anyway, so I have my fertilizer ready to go. I use it quite sparingly. And there are several plants also that don't get fertilizer, like salvias, because if you fertilize some of those, they will end up, or sedum, they'll end up just getting leggy and floppy. They like lean soil. You know, they don't like it super rich and fertilized. That just makes them put on more leaves. It doesn't improve their bloom, that sort of thing. So I have to be choosy about where I put this, but there's not a whole lot of measurement involved. Just put a little dusting out there, just a little kickstart, a little boost. Let's go. And just a brief word about fertilizer in general, okay? Do pay attention to the labels, but understand that much of the bag, much of the outside of whatever fertilizer you happen to buy or get is marketing, okay? Don't trust just the word organic, and that seems to have a halo on it. But generally speaking, organic just means it came from a source that used to be alive, whether it's plant or animal, okay? It has all been processed. You know, there are different degrees of how much you put on, and that does matter. And I do pay attention to pollinators and wildlife, and not to mention my dogs that are always roaming in the backyard, and the neighbors. That does matter. But the only folks who really get it down to a science when it comes to fertilizer is farmers, okay? Folks who do this for a living. The way that they measure to put on fertilizer is a science. They're certainly a lot more specific than my corgi cup. Here's my measuring scoop for fertilizer, okay? Even though it's organic, there is such a thing as putting too much on and burning the plants. But for farmers today, I've been on more than 300 farms in the 38 years that I worked on camera and in the news business. Farmers of all different shapes and sizes, mostly here in Iowa, but they've got it down to a science, okay? They measure using the latest technology, things a lot more sophisticated than a corgi cup, okay? So when they measure, they put on fertilizer specific to what their plant and each particular field needs. And they put it right where the plant is going in. And it makes a difference. They're on top of it. We're pretty casual here. So like I said, just keep that part in mind when it comes to fertilizer. Labels matter, The amount you're putting on matters, but I here in my own backyard, I've not got it down to a science, okay? I'm not a professional farmer. There are folks out there, before they even put on manure, they've got to get certification and they take classes on it. And it really goes pretty deep. That's not what we're doing here. So, just that little aside, just had to say that. Okay, back to application. Okay, that's it for now. It looks like the weather, different weather's moving in, so it's probably time to get going. Time to take a shower as well. I'm gonna come in through the garage and probably do that. Otherwise, good heavens, yeah, it's a dirty job. Anyway, but if done right and timed it right, it's definitely going to be worth it for my plants that need it here in the spring. Like I said, rain is on the way. That's certainly welcome. But there's still a lot more to do in the garden. We're just getting started. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope that you like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you have some questions. I look forward to seeing you again next time here on Milkweeds and Roses. Happy gardening.